Get laced up.
Let's go!
It's time for Banter with the boys.
What is going on? Welcome back to Banter with the Boys Fast Laps. Yes, that's what we're doing. We're here for the...
That's not an intro.
And guess what? I don't do outros either, so welcome to the pod. We are here for the China recap and the Japan preview, more so predictions. You already know what it is. We are accompanied... I'm Smeltsy, by the way. I always forget
Hi, Smeltsy. Hi,
to say who I am. I'm accompanied today by Joe.
Hi.
Content.
Content, yeah.
Mr. Content himself.
And then to my Larry over here, we have Mike is also here.
Larry. Am I Larry?
Larry
or am I
left.
Yeah, I was going to say, introducing him and using Larry as left is very confusing.
My
to do
Larry.
this.
I'm already
To my
confused.
Larry
on a
is Mike.
podcast for people listening to audio only.
Yeah.
He's to my left. Okay, sorry. All right. Anyway, Mike, what's up?
Not a whole lot. I'm chilling.
You're
Happy
here.
to be here.
Yeah, chilling like a villain.
villain.
Kev behind the computer and the microphone. Get
The
ready
legend.
for Kev Korner later in the episode. Look out for it. I just realized that you guys are wearing hats. You're wearing a different hat this week than you're usually wearing.
What are you talking about?
Um,
I don't know what you're talking about.
you know what?
I wear the hat of the winner. Duh. That's so... Oh, look at
Perfect.
that.
I did bring a hat.
Man, that's
I know.
awesome.
It's a weird hat to wear,
Right now.
but I only wear hats of losers, so.
Oh,
Yes!
yeah, actually,
He
yeah.
said the thing.
I wear the winners. Yeah. You thought it was teams. We like, no.
And I just wear Haas.
Yeah, he
I
just
put on a
wears Haas.
McLaren hat for those of you that don't know. This will probably be the only time I'll ever wear it on the pod, to be honest. But they're just doing so poorly, and you guys are so used to me seeing me in the Alpine hat, and they're doing well. So I figured, why would I possibly wear the Alpine hat right
Can't.
now? Can't.
Just
Yeah.
throw Alpine
Yeah.
out. I don't want to
Yeah.
play with
Right.
you anymore.
Right. Anyway, with that, we're going to dive straight into our China recap, if you will. Actually, okay, so the first thing I wanted to bring up, there was something with, was it FP1? Something with Albon with like some sort of, did you guys see that? He had to go get a, oh, wait, it's in my other notes here. I'm on the wrong page. He ended up getting a reprimand from the stewards because he something about him stopping on the grid and he did a practice start, but apparently there was a car in front of him that was also stopped on the grid. Like, not enough distance was between them or something, so he almost ended up getting in deep trouble for that.
Were they at like the starting line
think
doing
so.
practice starts? I do know that
There's
you're
some
allowed,
rule,
you're
and I
allowed to
didn't
do
know.
practice starts
Right, yep.
at the end of FP1. Before you can do yours, you have to make sure that the car ahead of you is very far away. Like I
Right.
think almost like past T1.
And his excuse kind of was like something along the lines of like, oh yeah, well I just didn't know what they were doing.
Oh, like well,
What? Come on, dude. And he said that to them, to the stewards. Like, I don't think that's probably keep that to yourself.
maybe.
You know? But anyway, that was the only thing I saw as
He
far
didn't
as
get
like biggest
penalized
thing,
for it
but
or anything like that. So.
right, penalized.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
on.
what I said.
Right on.
It's the right form of the
It
word.
is what you
Correct
said.
form of the Look it up.
Well, did you boys watch the sprint?
Yes.
Do you want to talk? I mean, McLaren actually participated in that.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Actually didn't do
and
too
they didn't
poorly
do that
either.
bad.
No, not at all. They did pretty good. They both got
Did they end
top
up
five.
5-6?
They ended up. Well, so Norris qualified third, Piastri qualified fifth, and then Norris finished fourth, Piastri sixth. So 4-6.
Okay, 4-6.
Yep.
Right on. Okay.
So a solid, 10 points out of them then, right?
Really solid.
No,
yeah,
wait, that's
it was
so wrong.
Huh?
No, that was so wrong. The points. I was like,
More
10
than
points.
10. No, less than 10.
No, less than 10 because it counts down.
Because it's 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 8 points.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Piastri only has 3 points.
Piastri only has 3 points.
And it
So
is-
He's gonna be fighting for the championship.
So then Lando has 12.
Lando currently
I suppose I can
has.
find out. I have the
Lando currently has 15 points.
15,
Which is
points.
actually more than I feel like he should have at this point. It just feels like he's been horrible. But I mean, the sprint helps. You know, finishing
This,
P4.
these standings are crazy.
They're crazy.
We can get into it in a second.
Might as well now.
You think so?
Yeah, might
let's
as well.
do it. All right.
Screw it,
Well,
might as well.
let's just address the bear in the room. Oliver Behrman's in fifth.
the
currently.
Behrman in the room.
He has 17 points ahead of Norris, behind Hamilton with 33. The gap is already not, obviously we're still very early. The gap's already
But
kind
there's
of
one
crazy,
there.
right?
Yeah, there's one there.
51 to 17, first to fifth. Gasly's right behind Norris, and then Verstappen's right behind Gasly, matching Liam Lawson with 8 points.
Crazy.
Hadjar picked up his first points this weekend for Verstappen. Not for sorry, I said for
you got a
Verstappen. I meant
comment
for
on
Red Bull because they're
Same.
one
It's
and
the same thing.
Right.
Yes.
Kev's got a comment on Hadji. Did you say?
Yeah.
What's up? Oh, Kev, Mike.
Before you guys go too far into
Right,
it,
Kevin.
they did a terrible decision and doing a kind of tire check and had Hadjar in the sprint on soft tires, and it just screwed him over. That's why he finished in 15th. Because Max was on the hard of the mediums the entire race.
Right on.
So unfortunately, my boy Hadjar got shafted on that one because of that. So that was big sad. I had that in my notes. It made me tear up a little bit because I just checked the results. And Max got 8th.
Yeah, it's
In the
still,
sprint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still like
Disappointing.
Red Bull is still very much so at a point where they are valuing Max above anyone else, which I mean, like, kind of makes sense because how do you beat one of the arguably the best driver on the grid? Like,
Max got 9th. Max
In the
got
sprint,
no points
in
for
the
the
sprint.
sprint.
oh, Max
think.
didn't get any points on the sprint then. Huh?
Max did not get any points this entire weekend, and it was a weekend with 2 races.
That's crazy. That's
Pretty
gotta be
crazy.
the-
Something
that's
that
gotta be the
we've
first
almost
time in a
never
minute.
seen before. I feel
Yeah.
like.
yeah.
It's pretty insane. Williams picks up their first points
Yep.
this weekend, so I'm glad that we're not going out with no points because it would have been rough.
Okay, let's cover the elephant in the room too.
Yeah.
Might as well. Antonelli. I mean, obviously.
Oh, I mean,
First dub.
yeah. First up, youngest pole sitter in all
ever.
of F1.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Also, first Italian driver to win a Grand Prix in 20 years.
Yep, since
Yeah, that's
2006, I believe.
You put here. Do we see him fighting George to the end? Are we talking now to the end of the season fully? Like,
Do we see him fighting for WDC? Yeah.
Are we talking Oscar Lando going back and forth like all last year type
Sure.
situation?
I hope so.
Is he? I think just to generalize it, is he a 2026 WDC contender?
I think.
Probably not.
I think we'd be dumb. What is that, Kev? Last time Max Verstappen did not earn a point in a full Grand Prix race weekend was the 2016 Belgian
10 years
Grand
ago.
Prix. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Excluding the 2025 Miami Sprint for some reason. But yeah, so 10 years since Max hasn't done it.
Yeah.
Wild.
My bad. I'm a
No,
squirrel.
all good.
Squirrel thing.
I mean, I'll just kind of answer my own question first. I think there's a good shot that he could, he's only 4 points away from Russell right now. Obviously, spread over an entire season, that can turn into 50. But he's strong. He feels comfortable. He looks comfortable in the car.
You felt his arms. He's strong.
He's strong,
Right on.
right? Yeah. I mean, look at him. He seems very competent in the car, very comfortable in the car, way more than I was expecting him to be. Obviously,
He's
I
definitely
think
getting
just
more comfortable.
visibly, Russell's definitely the better driver. I think
Right.
that's but Antonelli, I mean, as long as the car stays strong, I think Antonelli has a really good shot of fighting Russell.
But you say no. You
But
don't
I
think
say
so? No.
No, I feel like Antonelli will be the better driver, but I feel
Eventually?
like eventually,
Like career-wise?
But yeah, it's his second year in the sport. He had a really good first year, but I think we'll start to see some of that rookie, some of those rookie tendencies come throughout a couple of the races. Little mistakes here and there. We've seen him have some warbles in
I
qualifying
think Smokey's about
before.
to say the same thing I'm about to say.
I mean, after the win, probably not.
Actually,
I don't know.
no.
I don't know. But after the win, he did say how nervous he was and stuff, and that his heart was pumping. He knew it was coming down to it, but he still did it, and he did have that mistake towards
yes,
the
that's
end.
what I was going
Yeah.
to say. His heart was pumping because he had a rookie mistake near the end where he almost lost it. Luckily he got back on track and he still pulled it home. But you're right. I think it could be very much it is his second season. He's obviously had a very good start, but maybe
He would be, if he did that and he did win WDC, he would be the second driver to win WDC on their second season. It would only be him and Lewis Hamilton. if I'm not
Really?
mistaken.
Oh, to win WDC.
To win WDC.
In their second season.
Yeah.
Probably.
In their second season, because Lewis Hamilton.
Because Lewis was winning when Max. Yeah, no. Yeah, shizzle. Are you fact checking?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fact check.
I'm curious.
I could be mistaken in that, but I'm fairly certain that because I know for certain Lewis won in McLaren his second year driving. And I don't think anyone else has. Obviously, there's a driver who won their first season of Formula One Grand Prix because it was the first Formula One Grand Prix.
Well, okay.
So it's kind of, I mean, it's still there, unfortunately. The statistic still exists, but,
Always will.
yeah.
Okay, for me, I do think they'll be fighting back and forth. I do not see Kimi fighting for a WDC per se. I mean, he's got to be in the top 3, though. I mean, I feel like you're dumb to not put him in the top 3 just because of how clearly better the car is than even Ferrari. Now, Ferrari's starting to close that gap, but then behind the Ferraris, it's another drop off. It seems like until McLaren is able to finish races. Then I feel like McLaren's gap to Ferrari will be smaller than say what Ollie's was to Ferrari this race. But I mean, I don't know who else I'd throw in there right now. Lewis is actually coming out pretty strong too. I don't know about WDC, but I mean, that'd be crazy.
I mean, if the cars
Charles
don't
looks good,
change,
too.
right? If the cars don't change, I think Antonelli's the only one that can contend with Russell.
With George?
Well,
yes.
We do need to keep in mind, too, that we know the cars are going to change.
Yeah, that's why I said if the cars don't change. Because we know the cars will change, I think we're going to have a shakeup mid-season.
I do, too.
And that's going to throw Ferrari into the mix a little bit heavily.
Yeah. And I don't know if you heard, I kind of got this secondhand from a different channel that I was watching. Fred Vasseur said something over the race weekend about how right now Ferrari isn't even trying to upgrade their car in a chase for pace or something. They're looking more closely at the rule books and at a rule that is changing. So I guess they said
this rule that's changing.
He didn't elaborate.
Of course not.
So
Why would he do that?
Apparently, there's something that they see in the rule book. I don't know
That they know is going to change.
Yeah, that they know is
potentially?
going to change. I can't assume that they're talking about the fuel compression rates.
Oh, Kev's heard too.
But apparently, he said that there's some sort of a rule that's getting changed that Ferrari knows is changing and that they are prepared to exploit. So that could shake things up too.
Interesting. Do we know like timetable on a potential rule change? Yeah, nothing. Just that it's. Yeah. What did you just have pulled up right there, Kev? Was that about the Max Verstappen car thing? Yeah. That's another interesting thing. We'll touch on that. Interesting. Okay. Well, first off, before we keep moving on to, I mean, we're already well into the Grand Prix at this point, but we got to talk about who didn't start.
Yeah.
What do you have?
Oh, I'm just I don't know if this is the thing, but Ferrari is looking. They're looking at changing start procedures in some way, and Ferrari is against that because they're so good at them right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should talk about. There were a lot of DNFs this weekend in totality, and DNSs in the sprint. Lindblad, Bottas, and Hulkenberg all told to stop the car during the race.
What was Hulkenberg's issue in the sprint? Do we know?
Engine related.
Okay. Because I couldn't find anything on Gabby's issue either in the GP.
Yeah, I don't know.
It seems all very locked up and airtight right now for Audi.
Yeah, Audi, Gabby, unfortunately, did also DNS, and then Piastri and Norris will pull off the grid and back into the garage before the start. Both cars had separate electronic/PU issues.
Which is not a Mercedes part, by the way.
Not a Mercedes part. Yep. Well, the power unit is a Mercedes part. But
the software and the unit that's talking to the power unit is not Mercedes. So that was my biggest thing, because I was like, Zach Brown's about to lose his freaking mind. Yeah. That Mercedes is now still dominating, and they can't even get out on the freaking track.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Pretty. I mentioned this last pod as well. If we started this last season the way we started this season, I'd be in absolute shambles. Like, I'd be wrecked. But I saw them both DNF and we were watching together. I had probably a good 3 minutes of just like, no, that sucks. I can't believe it. Yeah. And then I was over it.
And then it was like, oh my god, he's overtaking.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So those are just the DNS's. Albon also pulls into the garage with a hydraulic issue. And then during the race, we see Alonso pit and retire. Stroll pits and retires, and then Max retires as well. He limps to the pit. Did we have a crash? I know that Ocon and Colapinto did crash, but none of that
There's a couple
resolved
spin-outs, but I don't think there was any.
None of that resolved in a DNF. So I think it was
There
just
was a crash. I thought there were two people
That
that
resulted
collided.
in a DNF?
No, it didn't result in a
yeah,
DNF.
it was Ocon and Colapinto.
Oh yeah.
But that didn't resolve in a DNF.
But
So all the cars that had to retire did so because their car's bad, not because they crashed.
Right.
So yeah.
Did you
Pretty
look
rough.
into the Aston stuff?
It was just they just couldn't drive the car anymore.
So
It was just like I think Alonso specifically. He was like I think he had said in the message he couldn't feel his hands anymore.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Stroll. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm
think
guessing
it's-
it's similar
I
issues.
think it's similar. From what I read,
Yeah.
it was definitely something along the lines of like severe vibrations to the point where it's not only damaging the battery but also like hurting the drivers.
Yeah, I wonder if
what the hell
Stroll's
is
might have
going
been more
on?
car focused because he stopped on track like after T1. Like he
Right.
might have been told to stop the car because the car was killing itself. But yeah,
That's just what I could find for sure.
that is pretty
And then
rough.
Max, what just power unit just gave up or
That
what?
Red Bull looked awful all
I don't know
weekend
what's going
long.
on.
Did you
There was-
watch the clip of him like pulling off? He comes around a corner. I don't remember.
I know that
exactly
he
which
comes
one.
around the corner and the screen just goes dead.
Well, that happens, but also you hear him like he like revs down and then he starts revving up and you hear vroom, 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 and it just
Yeah,
you
it
could
never
hear where
keeps
like the
going.
engine was just like, I'm tired, boss.
Yeah. Typical Ford engine, but it's yeah, he had
right?
such a bad weekend and another
Tough.
god awful start to the race. I think it was last week wasn't bad at Australia if I remember. I don't think it was good, but it wasn't horrible. The sprint and the race for Max were
Not
really
good.
really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a horrible time in China. Geez, like, do we see these issues continue? Like, Red Bull, I feel like
There does
I
not
feel
seem to
like
be a light at the end of the tunnel right
Red
now.
Bull for the amount of time that they were on track and running, they looked fairly decent racing last week in Australia. Hadjar obviously Hadjar's engine blew up.
Yep.
So so the Ford has a couple reliability issues. It's a Ford, but
Man,
do
he's
we
really
see
outstanding on
it is the first year
Good
of the
thing he's
car.
getting into a Ford after this.
Do we think we're gonna see? I drive a Ford. I'm never gonna get rid of it. Do we see continued teething issues with the Ford for the rest of this year, and then maybe it gets better next year, or do we think it gets better this year and we see a little bit more competition? Because, like I said, the running that they did have last week seemed pretty decent up until like Verstappen was getting up to Lando. He was about to fight. This weekend was bad. Kevin keeps putting up a picture that I want to talk about a little bit too. There's pictures of the weigh station showing, I believe it had to be Hadjar's car, was very overweight in terms of just like what we're looking at. 697.5, and I think, oh, that's Lando. Oh, that's just Lando right there. Okay. Yeah, 716 is the car weight, which is quite a bit heavier than those around. At least almost 20 kgs heavier than those around, pretty consistently. Now, that is, I believe, with fuel still. Because this is right directly after the race. So I doubt that they had that much fuel in the car though, right? Like that would be insane.
Yeah, I don't know.
You wouldn't think so. They're talking to now that this whole area is gonna be all covered up now, and this will never happen again. Like nothing will ever get out again.
It shouldn't have happened because they have like a little, they have a screen there for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
But
So I want to get your guys' take, like not just Verstappen and Red Bull, but also the McLarens. They obviously have some issues going on too. The Aston Martins, like, do we see these issues? Oh, the overweight issues also are affecting the Williams. Do we think that these are going to get fixed? Do we think that this is already a doomed season? We're still very early on. What do you guys think?
Very early. For at least me, sorry to just jump right in right away,
you're
but
good.
I think absolutely some of these issues are going to be taken care of, especially Red Bull. Like, yes, Ford's coming because they used to be an F1 long time ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
they used to be
like
I don't know if they were a team, but they were an engine.
Yeah, so obviously Ford coming back to F1, are they going to succeed right off the bat? No, there's a reason why Cadillac's not running a GM engine right now. You know what I mean? So, but Ford's been developing it for a while already with this plan in place. So I think they'll be able to. I think Red Bull at least bounce back. McLaren, I don't know what the heck's going on there. I think to me, I feel like once they figure out everything at McLaren, it'll be just fine. Like, I don't think they'll be competing with Mercedes, but I think for sure they can compete with Ferrari.
It doesn't, and this is not me trying not to be a McLaren fan. It does seem that McLaren has their stuff together a little bit more. They should be set up in a better place. And
like
maybe
the sprint wasn't horrible.
No, it wasn't. Maybe it was just a bad weekend for their car, right? And they should hopefully be back up in Japan.
A couple of those for Oscar, but.
Yeah, but like that wasn't his car. That was him, more or less. And it was his car in Australia, kind of. But
true.
It was also
True.
I
did see.
It's not like he didn't. He got out of the pit lane.
A sidebar. I did see a joke that somebody had made online saying the fact that the pit lane had, or the safety car has driven more laps than Oscar has so far.
That's rough, right?
I mean,
yeah,
that's
tough.
That's a
Pretty
toughie.
rough.
But like Aston, I don't know.
yeah. What do you think?
In answer to some of your questions here, I do need to play devil's advocate on Red Bull. While I think that they have a lot of resources and they're very skilled, especially in their development and whatnot, this is their first year developing their own engine. This isn't just Ford making an engine and giving it to them. This is Ford working with Red Bull.
Right.
Red Bull is developing their own engine with the help of Ford. So this is effectively their first time being a works team. So
they called the Honda engine the Red Bull engine, but they
but
probably didn't work as
was-
close as they are with Ford.
that was still Honda was simply selling the engine to the Red Bull. It was a Honda engine. This is the whole reason Red Bull abandoned Honda to begin with, was because Red Bull wanted to have more control in the creation
Sure,
of the engine, to be more like a works team. And so that's why they took Ford. Basically, Ford just slapped a F sticker on the engine and said, "That's ours."
Yeah.
So I think that could hamper them. It's their first time being a works team. So that could be some of the problems that we see, some of the reliability issues, and that could hamper how well they're able to diagnose the problems and fix them.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you mentioned Aston Martin. I mean,
That for real doesn't seem like there's a light at the end of the tunnel right now.
and if there is,
Like
it's
more
it's,
so than Alpine was last year to me. Like at least Alpine was finishing races and they were dead last.
At
but they
least
were
the car
finishing.
wasn't trying to kill the drivers in the Alpine. Yeah, I think this isn't 2026 almost assuredly, at least for me, which is crazy to say because they have Newey on their side now. 2026 feels pretty out of the bag at the moment. And I think they have to just start looking forward to they need to start making sure their car can handle the engine it has and that their engine doesn't,
I think
kill literally everyone that looks at it. So
I think at this point they're abandoning any chance of a championship this year.
oh yeah,
They are probably not even super convinced that they could make fifth at this point because they're still not even close to fixing this issue with the engine. So I would presume that right now it's just all hands on deck, make the car drivable. Once the car is drivable, then we can start worrying about, do we want to focus on developing for this year? Do we want to focus on next year? What do we want to work on? Where do we want to allocate our resources? So I think they need to focus on problem one first, the elephant in the room. And we'll see where they go after that.
so,
Fair enough. Let's touch on the best of the rest real quick because there are a couple of our favorite teams, including Hadji's up at the varsity squad now. So I'm sorry. But I mean, Ollie's racing outstanding to start the season.
If by the best of the rest you mean Red Bull Racing.
True, because Haas is technically in fourth right now.
Haas is currently a top 4 team.
Joe's eyes are dead.
Joe's eyes are 300 or 180 degrees
talk to me
back
at the end of the season.
Listen, hey, you know what, buddy? I'm a Haas fan. We need to take these wins where we can get them,
I'll
okay?
fully say, hey, the Haas could be a better car. They don't have Max Verstappen.
You know what? To that I say, in regard to this weekend, scoreboard.
Yeah, okay. Max, maybe he can't win in a tractor, but he can sure damn well try. Okay. All right. Fine. Yes, Haas is doing very good right now. There was some really good moments between Haas and Alpine. You should be so happy.
I am extremely happy. I was going nuts.
I have to tell you, because it was really funny. The entire race, Mike was like, "Damn you, Smelty," just because of how good Alpine was doing.
Dude,
He was dogging on Alpine, so he hated the fact that they were competing against
And it
Haas.
wasn't-
He was dogging on them the entire race.
Dang, he's
Yeah.
really putting you out right now.
He was.
He's right. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to deny a word. He's totally right.
entire
The thing
race.
was, too, and it wasn't just Pierre. Like, Franco
Franco
was
too.
racing really well
Yes.
early on.
Yes. I hate to admit it, he was.
He was.
It was insane.
It was a good race from both the Alpine
Yeah.
drivers. And then
But-
Ollie's a legend.
Ollie is a legend. There was when Colapinto and
Legend of
Ocon,
life.
when they crashed, immediately Mike was like, "Why did Colapinto do that?" And then after review, he was like, "All right, yeah, maybe that was on Ocon." Okay.
No, I'm still riding the horse. I blame Colapinto.
Ocon blamed himself.
How many points
That's
did
just 'cause
Ocon get this weekend?
Ocon is humble.
All right.
That's
How many points did Ocon get this
oh, dude.
weekend?
If I'm Ocon, I'm sweating. I'm looking at the fact that my year 2 rookie is
Dude, for
out
real.
driving me.
Actually, that was on my
Yeah.
bullet points. Is I was curious how you feel about Ocon's seat right now.
Yeah.
Throughout the year, like obviously new car, new regs. Are there no hot seats right now because of that fact, or doesn't matter? It's F1. It's the best of the best. Get your shit together.
I think Max's seat is kind of a hot seat at the moment.
I like all the jokes that are going around that the Red Bull second seat curse still exists. It's just in
Now it's on
Max's
Max
car now.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, you're right. Ocon definitely. I mean, Colapinto is 1 point so far. It's still second race.
but he got
I
a
mean,
point.
he does have a point. You're right. It's more than he had all of last year. They both finished in the points in one race. I mean, that's very good showing from Alpine. Yeah,
Pierre
Behrman's-
stays extremely underrated. It's
Behrman
fine.
might be carrying the team a little bit. What did Ocon finish in?
I was about to
He,
say
he,
this.
did
Oh,
ha-
in
he did have a
Australia?
he did have a no in this race.
Oh, in this
Sorry.
race,
Yeah, he did
14.
have a penalty.
He did have a penalty because
10
of
second
that
penalty.
issue. Yeah.
Well,
And then
But-
in that same pit stop, they also took extra time to cut off his
Oh
barge
my gosh!
board. That was
yes.
so
That
funny.
was
They cut
so
off his
good.
what?
You watched some like mechanics walk out to the pit lane where like they do the like tires and whatnot, and they were holding like
Bolt
wire
cutters.
Yeah, bolt cutters, and they cut off the barge board from the side of his car and then sent him off.
Yeah. So
Another small
that was
thing I
the
missed.
funny, probably one of the funniest
Dang it.
moments I've ever seen in F1
I've-
is a mechanic walking out with bolt cutters to a car.
To an F1 car,
it's like you see
keep that
him
away
working
from
on
here.
working on the car with a hammer.
Yeah, right,
It's so
right.
funny. So
Oh
so
my
good.
God.
It was Alpine, not Haas. Oh, was it Haas?
Haas was what?
so
With the bolt cutters.
It was Haas.
It was Haas. Okay.
It was Haas. Yeah.
So with the best of the rest talk, as much as we give him hate on the show, we have to mention Liam here.
Yeah,
I mean,
Lawson-
he did race well. Yes, two
Yep.
McLarens were not in the top 10, but Lawson was in there, and he actually raced pretty well all
Even
day.
if two McLarens were in the top 10, Lawson
and-
would still get points.
and looking at right,
I
right,
mean,
it's true.
It's true.
And
Because we don't know whether McLarens are still up. Even if they were in the same spots, he still went in 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th. So he'd still be there. You
And
know?
Arvin is not doing that bad either. So looking at best of what is did I call him Arvin?
You called him Arvin.
Arvin? That's his name now. Arvin on Fast Laps. Arvin. Bloop, blah. Some I can't remember.
Yeah, one of our buddies we were like watching the race with, he's like, we kept on doing the like, arm, arm, arm. And he goes, yeah, you guys can stop that now. And Joe's like, no, it's still funny.
Unfortunately, he can't stop because I like it.
Because I like it. But I think we seriously have to also put Racing Bulls. Obviously, they're still above Alpine, even though Alpine does feel like they've performed slightly better. Well, Pierre at least, but you have to put Racing Bulls in that best of the rest conversation as well.
I mean,
They are above.
not only are they above, but they're matching Red Bull Racing.
They're tied.
Which is
It's
crazy.
pretty insane. Yeah, I wanted to mention that when we were talking about engines a little bit. It's like Racing Bulls haven't had any of these issues with their engine yet. So, yeah, maybe it could just be bad luck. Luck of
Not
the draw,
during the
maybe,
GP.
but-
They have had problems
The F1 gods.
in,
Oh, sure.
in practice.
It's the
sessions
F1
and
gods.
whatnot.
It's
Yeah.
the F1 gods. They're starting to strike down
Yeah.
Max Verstappen.
But you're right. The best of the rest, Racing Bulls is involved in that conversation for sure. It's
are.
just
I think
they're.
so.
I think it's interesting. I almost think Racing Bulls are like they are fighting best of the rest because of their combined efforts versus the other teams may have a star driver
Ollie and
that's carrying them a
Pierre that
little
are
bit.
kind of carrying a little bit. No, that's a great point.
It just, I mean, like it's McLaren versus Verstappen, right? It's just we're seeing it midfield, which is, by the way, amazing. I love that we're seeing this stuff happen midfield. I think it's the best ever. Yeah,
Already this
It's so
early.
good.
Yeah, no, I love it. But with that, let's move on here a little bit from the China recap. Unless there's something else you guys have to say.
I just really
immediate
quick
fact.
we don't have to dive into too much. Second race, new regs.
New regs.
We actually didn't get your take because you weren't here. How do you feel about the racing?
Love it.
Yeah,
Well, it's just more action. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. What I love about F1 and what other people that are into racing that I know, they're like NASCAR fans and IndyCar fans and stuff. There's way more strategy with F1 for sure, 100%. I'm not saying there's not strategy in NASCAR and IndyCar.
Right.
100% there is. But it's more like a chess match with F1. So I think now with there being more fighting and more overtakes, I mean, now it just kind of seems like speed chess, and that kind of makes me happy. I don't know.
I
gets
said
me
the same
excited.
thing. I said the same thing. I really like it for that exact same reason. Like, it's so much more fun seeing all of the strategy and everything, and not
Well,
just...
you're seeing more skill of the drivers, in my opinion. Like, yes, it takes skill to drive fast on a hot lap, right? Obviously, for sure. Like, not everybody's Lewis freaking Hamilton, but
I mean, this year the starts, like, it doesn't even matter what you place in qualifying anymore, because if you get a bad start, I mean, if there's a Ferrari behind you, you can damn well be sure they're going to be in front of you or next to you.
like
at
Kimmy's
T1.
starting the sprint.
Yeah. Horrible.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You know, and that can be a massive factor, but I don't know. I like the more fighting for sure. Or more
Monaco's going to be
overtaking.
interesting.
Oh yeah, maybe do we see passes at Monaco that we have not seen ever?
For once,
You
I'm
know?
excied to see Monaco.
Oh my
yeah, because
God,
that's a
I
great
didn't
point.
You know,
I actually don't think I still think it's going to be very light on passes, probably.
But
The start,
I remembered my
the
point.
start's going to be interesting. Yeah, what's your point?
When I was saying, like, I feel like it shows more skill of the drivers, though, being able to overtake in different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think more overtakes just takes more skill, in my opinion. Even with the turbo button. Whatever.
You guys revved me up so fast on Monaco. I'm like, oh yeah, Monaco could be way more fun. Yeah, and then I was like, then I thought back to Monaco last year, how I was so excited about the two stops, and I was like, oh,
I think they're getting rid of that this year.
It's still Monaco. I hope they do.
I think they
I think literally the race is worse for having guaranteed two stops, because it was interesting seeing
We're going down a
strategy.
rabbit hole that we could go on for a minute.
We could, yeah. It was interesting seeing strategy, but I just didn't like. I didn't like what strategies it developed. So.
Oh no, I think the Monaco. No longer be 2 minutes. No, they did get rid of it.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, they scrapped the mandatory 2-stop rule for 2026. They were planning on still keeping it, but I think they scrapped it.
When did they
after
scrap it?
It was earlier this year. It was like
Okay,
February.
Fair enough.
Thank God.
Like not very long ago at all. I remember seeing it pretty recently.
Did you have a comm call out?
Oh, I did have a comm call out. Yeah. This was during the sprint. I think. Hold please while I go through several pieces of paper.
This is why you sort your documents,
Joe's
ladies
brings
and gentlemen.
newspapers to the show.
Yeah,
He's old school.
it was regarding signs. Am I missing pieces of paper? What happened here?
Carlos. Okay, well, I'll say mine while you
go
look.
for it, please.
I can't remember exactly what was said. We had it up on the screen earlier, but it was Charles Leclerc pretty much just saying, like, the fight with Lewis was good or whatever, and like he was enjoying it.
Yeah.
And his engineer was just like I'm glad, and that was it. Like don't get too chipper here. Like just keep going.
What we saw Ferrari doing is probably would have given me a heart attack, but what we didn't get last year with McLaren, I just felt like they were so scared to get near each other last year compared to Ferrari. They are no holds barred against each other every single turn, and it was like great fighting, really good driving too. Like neither of them looked like they got really close at places, but like I think they bumped maybe once.
But I think they were both comfortable.
Oh
like,
yeah,
there was no tensions there
yeah.
at all. Like just knowing where each other's going to be automatically. Like I don't know.
It's what we should have gotten last year with Oscar and Lando, and we just didn't.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I think just because like there was so much tension between papaya rules and breaking the car and knowing what was for stake.
Even though it kept being put out there that everything was fine.
It almost helps.
They're both
Yeah.
good.
See,
you know?
I think there's a difference in culture. The fact that like with McLaren, the drivers need to worry about the higher ups and Zach and Andrea who come down and crack down on them and be like, hey, you guys are costing us constructors points and costing yourselves WDC points. Don't do that. Meanwhile, for Ferrari, the engineers just sit back and go, you mess up and you get to deal with the Tifosi.
True. Yeah. I mean, you're right. That's like their biggest concern at the moment. I would say, I think they're also in different positions where McLaren was like very steadily in first for constructors. True. And both fighting for WTCs versus Leclerc and Hamilton know that they're not first here. They're fighting for second essentially. So they can be a little bit more out there with the moves that they make against each other.
Right.
You know, guy. In the sprint race, after the safety car was deployed, we saw that Sainz was in 11th, and one of the commentators said, Sainz in 11th, that's nosebleed stuff for Williams. And I just thought that was so rude.
No.
So rude. Hey, he got points this weekend, all right?
He did, yeah.
He did.
Now who's laughing?
Nosebleed.
Now
He
who's
did.
crying?
I'm so glad. So you guys will have what then? 4 points at the end of the season?
Yeah, okay. I mean, if we keep getting races where 7 people are not starting,
You know what? Truly,
we're not
yeah, I
finishing.
mean,
And how much? Yeah. How
at
much
this
longer
rate,
do we
you're
see
pretty
that?
much guaranteed to have at least 3 out every single race, 2 Astons and a Cadillac, right? So
and the Cadillac.
Whoa.
We didn't miss a caddy this
Whoa,
time.
I was
oh,
just
Bottas
about-
did
I
get
was-
out, didn't he? Yeah.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
For
We've
the
had a
sprint at
Cadillac.
least, maybe not. In the
Oh,
race.
for the sprint. I was like, GP, he finished.
Oh, did they both
I think they
finish?
both finished in the GP. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Checo finished. Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah. That's right.
I can be wrong
where are we at
once
Maybe
a
they'll
year.
take,
Right
maybe
here.
they'll take
All right.
turns. It's a Williams one
Couple-
weekend and then a caddy the next weekend.
Couple news items.
Yeah.
Yes.
Due to world events, there is no Bahrain or Jeddah race currently, with no plans to replace them. However, is there minor talks about adding them to the schedule later in the year? Then
There's
I thought like just rumblings.
Yeah, rumblings. I mean, the issue right now is that with putting races at the end, things that they have to work around is timings around those tracks as well. Obviously, these tracks have very set times on when they are racing, when they aren't, as well as that intercedes with the off-season time that drivers are supposed to have, right? That also makes things challenging for ticket sales because that's a big thing for the Formula One, like the FIA and whatnot. They need to sell tickets, as well as contract agreements because Abu Dhabi is the last race of the year. So there's a chance that maybe they aren't able to do this because Abu Dhabi is contractually signed on to be the last race of the year.
Sure.
And if Abu Dhabi won't push their race back to allow those two to squeeze between Qatar and Abu Dhabi, then maybe those 2 races are just lost.
Right.
So there's a bunch of factors. It's a bunch of white tape, like bunch of stuff going around. I was telling Joe that I was talking to my coworker, and my coworker said the most based thing he could have said. He goes, "You know what? After we finish with Japan, let's just turn around and go right back to Japan next week." It's like, we're already there. And he's like, wait, what? We don't want to go to Suzuka again? Fine, go to Fuji. And I was like, you're onto something.
I'm listening.
You got me.
Do you not want to mention the thing that you
No,
had just erased?
it was like it was.
I
just
saw it too, though.
Very, very quick. It was
did
just
see
that there were teams in Rolex, the Rolex 24, which happens at Daytona in January. People want Max Verstappen to race it, and some of the teams are seeing if they can do it. But I'm sure that there's contract stuff that he has to get through. I'm sure it probably wasn't easy to allow him to race Nürburgring.
And maybe
for
we see him.
24, so.
And maybe we see him retire
I
early from
mean-
F1 just to race and all this other stuff and become Sonny from F1.
I think he absolutely. I mean, like we know for a fact he wants to get into sports car racing. He's
Right,
he's
for
very
sure.
eager to do that.
Yeah.
So
He
like
does not hide that.
I do not think and I think you agree with me. I think that if he leaves Red Bull, he's not joining another team. He's just leaving F1 and he's doing something else. I think he's ready
you're
for it. He wants
multi-time
to
world
do it.
champion.
Yeah.
What else do you need to do?
That's exactly what he said.
And he said it so much to himself. He has nothing more to prove.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
100%.
he said that after the first one he won, every other one has just kind of been another one. Like
Right. I mean,
nothing more special.
it'll always be a historic battle between him and Lewis. I mean, that season was just outstanding. That's one of my favorite seasons for sure. But anyway, all right.
I do have more news as well.
Oh yes, lay it on us. Very good.
So there has been a lot of talk that in all the troubles with these engines and how upset people are, drivers are, teams are with how the engines are operating and everything, there's been talk about changing the split of power from 50-50 split between electric and kinetic. They're thinking about switching it to a 60-40. So that they'll only use 40% battery. There was talk about it happening as early as Suzuka, but the FIA have decided that, especially because of all of the world events going on and us missing a couple of races, so we're going to have 5 weeks off, that they've said, just go race Suzuka like normal. We are going to reevaluate over that time. So during that 5-week period, we'll get some sort of news about what's going to happen. We might see some slight changes in the engines and their power. So,
Well, I mean, Alonso came out and said that it's pretty much like, or what I think I put it in my notes. Yeah, I did. F1 is now a battery world championship. Like, kind of feel like that's partially true.
I mean, yeah.
You know?
If you like screw up and waste your battery, you just give up a place. Yeah.
So, interesting thoughts.
I don't know. I personally, like, I see a lot of people complaining about this, and I feel like it's just a lot of people grumbling because it's different. I'm like, Formula One.
We're 2 races in too.
Yeah, Formula
we got to
One.
give it some time.
Formula One is a sport that is designed to evolve and continue to evolve. And yes, we may not be as fast as we were last year. And so it feels like a weird progression, but sometimes that needs to happen.
100%. Nobody likes change.
We're using new engines, and this is an entirely new development of new engines. If I remember correctly, the same thing happened in 2014 when we swapped to the twin turbo hybrid era. Jeez.
Oh, there it is.
We had the same thing.
Unique New York.
Yeah, we had the same thing happen where engines got worse temporarily and cars were driving slower. And now we look at it last year where basically every lap or every race we were setting a new lap.
I just
record.
I just think people need to chill the heck out.
I agree.
I mean, change is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like when NASCAR kept changing, they really hate it. They hate it worse than F1 fans. I can almost promise you that. But it's even more than just racing, just in life in general. Nobody likes change because it's uncomfortable. It's the unknown. Yep. You don't know if you're going to like the change or not. So I think we just got to give it some time.
I agree.
Got to let it marinate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Aston's going to be the one to pay the price at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
Oh darn!
All right,
Lawrence
so-
Stroll struggling.
Shoot.
Dang.
But
Dang.
seems like Lance is going to keep his job.
Oh man!
All right, Kev, we got some Kev corner going on. What do you have for us this
All right.
week?
Did you do your homework?
Welcome
you got
back
your questions
to-
ready?
What's that?
Got your questions ready?
I do. Yep. I've been nervously awaiting you guys to
This is
bring
my
this
first
back.
Kev corner. I'm so excited.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
like in
Spencer.
person and live.
I know. You got a little teaser in the beginning when I made a comment about Hadjar and the tires. But so I made a comment last week about with the new car designs being smaller and whatnot. Did you guys feel that there was going to be new passing areas where you wouldn't necessarily see that before? You guys said yay or nay. However, in the sprint race, Hamilton made a pass, and the commentators immediately mentioned that it was a pass in an area we would not expect a pass to be made, and they were very thoroughly impressed by that. And so they say he took a great opportunity.
For sure. And that's why, like, he's touching on Monaco earlier.
That's
for sure. I think it's going to be freaking crazy to see Monaco in the GP and just see if if a pass happens where you're just like, whoa, you've
Yep.
never freaking risked it there before.
I think that was a big thing. You guys mentioned that the cars were smaller. So the rest of my Kev's Corner kind of goes mainly into the Ferrari world, so I apologize in advance. But a post-race comment from Hamilton said that it was the most fun he's had in a long time. I haven't been a big fan of F1 for a long time, but that's got to be pretty cool to hear.
It's probably. I mean, he hated the last gen. He was obviously very very adamant about, or like, obviously he had good races in the Mercedes, but not at this level, or not, not like this. And then obviously last year it was so bad. So I'm sure it was nice to just be, competitive and be able to race, with someone equal, kind of, instead of having to like fight your way up or something like that. So there's that. And then, I think it's just, it does provide way more back and forth, which I think he is more used to. So I would give that as well.
I saw something similar with George Russell last week in the first race that I personally have a little bit of beef with. And that's that we see that pretty much all of the drivers were pretty unanimously saying that they weren't a big fan of these new cars, these new regulations, these new engines, etc. They don't like all of the management and things like that. They're like, this is not fun to drive. This isn't great to do. And now we're seeing that there have been, 3 drivers that have come out and said, I'm having a great time. And those 3 drivers are George Russell, Kimi Antonelli, and Lewis Hamilton. Charles Leclerc has said that it's just kind of fine. He's kind of retracted some of his comments about it being terrible. And coincidentally, those are the 4 drivers who are at the top. So I feel like the drivers, like these guys are giving kind of preferential treatment just because, they're like, of course I'm going to enjoy it. I'm winning. So
I'd like to ask Pierre again. In comparison to last year, Pierre, how much fun are you having? I don't know. I think that's going to be a different answer this year.
It's like a fair
But of course, like the top 3, 4 are going to be like, great, having a great time.
Well, it's like when it works,
None of
it
them
works.
talk
You're
like
having
that,
a
by the
great
way.
time. When it's not and you're struggling, you're having a problem. So,
right.
now we made kind of a comment about it before, but you guys mentioned papaya rules last year, and that there was a consistent battle all season long for who gets preferential treatment. Again, you guys kind of touched on it, so apologize if we're going back a little bit. But will we see Ferrari rules in some capacity? I don't know, whatever you want to call it. There's going to be some goofy name I'm sure ChatGPT is going to create about
rules.
it. But is there going to be a time where they're going to pick one of the two, especially if they're not doing any real improvements to the cars and they're just kind of letting them run? And like you said, they got pretty greasy this past race. It was fun to watch, but do you think it's going to come to a point where they're going to have to make a decision like that? And how does that go?
Go ahead.
For me, I think it's just like if one is has a chance at WDC, and we're like at summer break right now, and there's one that has a clear chance at WDC, and the other one's struggling just a little bit, then I do think you see preference given. But I mean, if they're neck and neck, I don't think there's any rules at all. I think they think they're both, professionals. Obviously, Lewis has been doing it a long time. Charles is still young, but he's still been doing it a long time. So I think they're just going to let him race and see what happens. Like, unless something drastic happens and they both DNF in a Max Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo situation, and I just don't see that happening at all for me.
I don't know for certain, but I think there's absolutely a chance that it could happen. I think if one driver is clearly, especially if they're in contention for WDC and the other isn't, then they should. And I think both drivers are mature enough and not ego heavy enough to be able to make that move, especially if it's Hamilton. I think he would do that for the team and for Leclerc. So short answer is that it absolutely can if they're in a situation where it needs to be. I don't think they'll have to, though. I think the drivers will work it out.
I am of the standpoint that Ferrari is the single oldest team on the grid. They have the most conservative mindset in the fact that they do things in the most conventional ways. So I think that they are right now. We're early in the season. We don't really have a clear-cut leader between the 2 drivers, so they're just kind of letting them duke it out. And if they're going to crash, they're going to crash. They don't want them to crash. They'll obviously try and disincentivize it, but I don't think they're going to do anything like papaya rules, Ferrari rules, Tifosi rules, none of that, because I think we're just going to see the Ferrari is just going to let them drive. And if the Ferrari strategy, notoriously good as they are, comes out and says, hey, we need Leclerc up front, they are going to call in to Lewis. They're going to say, let him go. And they're not going to be like, hey, we have these predetermined rules. They're just going to say, nope. Right now, it's the best thing for Leclerc to move forward. So, Lewis, get out of the way. And that's just kind of how they are. That's how they've always been. And I think they'll probably stay like that,
Can I tell you what's more likely to happen? Ferrari
No.
messes a strategy call up and ruins both of their races, trying to do something like papaya rules, or maybe
that would be interesting.
this would really suck.
is what would
maybe
happen,
there's a
of
moment when
course.
they should be doing that and they don't, and that ruins a race for one or the other.
That's true. You're right. The radio call isn't going to be, Lewis, please let Charles pass. It's going to be, okay, Charles, we're checking.
Box.
Check.
Stay out.
We're checking.
Yeah, it's
We're
very,
checking.
So like, yeah, I think we're both in agreement that before a team order is made, they're gonna mess up strategy and it won't matter. So, and then the messed up strategy. Wait, okay, this is tinfoil moment. What if they're disguising? What if they're disguising a team order as a messed up strategy call? They tell one to pit, and then like as they're like 3 garages in the pit, like, no, wait, stay out. And it's like, yeah, now the driver we want in front.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my god.
Hey, listen.
Speaking of the papaya rules, though, because you jogged my memory. I love all the jokes that have been coming out too about how strong the papaya rules were this weekend. One car goes out, both cars need to go up. Papaya rules. It's only fair.
Can we move on?
There've been so many great memes this weekend. It's been amazing.
I've avoided all of them.
I stayed off the internet.
Can I get a tissue?
What else you got, Kev?
That was pretty much it. The last little bit, and we kind of talked a little bit about it. I'll make it really fast, but was for Hamilton and Ferrari, was last year's car really just that bad?
Yes.
Or was this year's car just really this good?
That last year's car really did not mesh with Lewis Hamilton that bad.
Yeah. Lewis came in. I mean, I already kind of said this, but Lewis came into a generation of car that he already didn't like and wasn't great at, into a completely new car within that generation and just sucked. Obviously, Leclerc did a little bit better. The Ferrari was not good last season. It's very obvious. I think they finished 4th. Did they finish 4th? Okay. They finished 4th, which is bottom of the best. So, yeah, I think this car is definitely both. I'll say both. Last year's car was bad. This year's car is objectively it's good, right? So,
Yeah.
Right on. Well, that was Kev's corner.
thanks, Kev.
Heck yeah, I love that guy.
He's our
What is
resident Hajar fan. So
Just a little
in
fun
Hajar
fact.
we trust.
Just a little fun fact about Kev.
For you audio only listeners on Spotify and Apple Pod, he was holding up a Hajar card
Wait,
in there.
currently some of our favorite drivers are pretty evenly split. We've got 2 French drivers, a British driver, and right now my 2 favorite drivers are kind of tied between a British driver and a German driver.
Who do you think my favorite driver is?
Lando Norris.
Oh, interesting. We can move on. What's next, Melty?
You know, can we pull back the pods and go back to last year where I'm pretty sure Joe said on record that Lando Norris was his favorite driver.
I don't remember that.
I'm kind of curious who else it would be, though.
My favorite driver would never not start a race, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Ever. No. All right, well, we should probably head into our China GP preview. Are we still calling it the thing? Or
Up
not
to
anymore?
speed? Of course.
Oh, well, let's go up to speed then.
Let's get up to speed, shall
get
we?
up to speed.
Hooray.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to get up to speed for the Formula One Aramco Japanese Grand Prix 2026. Fun fact! Japan has hosted more title-deciding races than any other track at 13. Crazy,
Goated.
right, guys? Crazy,
Crazy.
right? Crazy.
Crazy.
Mike, what's the weather look like this weekend?
Oh, yes, I'm so glad. Oh my gosh, guys.
Oh no.
So, okay, worth noting, we are recording this a week out from the race. So
yeah,
the
2
race,
weeks out. Yeah,
the race is not.
I looked at this weekend's weather for
Yeah!
Japan. Stupid.
Good thing I didn't ask
Thank God
you.
you're here then.
Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't ask you.
No kidding. Stupid. Oh, I just poked myself in the eye.
So-
All right, move on. It's chaotic right now.
Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Yeah. So, oh boy. So our predictions could change between now and not this upcoming Saturday, but the following Saturday or Sunday,
We don't know.
whatever day it is. But it's looking like temperatures are expected to be remain below 20 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, with varying degrees of wet across the weekend.
Oh, Mercedes land.
It is it is expected to rain in Suzuka.
Are any of those times during the race itself?
Well, this
Pierre
is for
Gasly's
the
on the
Grand
podium.
Prix. This says for the Grand Prix. So I'm
What's the
presuming
chance of rain?
it's not telling me the.
I
chance
mean,
for rain.
you say Mercedes land,
SOB.
but I mean, of the people who I know are good.
Do
in
I
the
hear
wet,
boss
Pierre
music?
Gasly.
Do I hear boss music?
Right. Okay. Quick look at last year. Our starting grid, starting three was Max to Lando to Oscar. It was a very clean start. Only one really losing out was Gabby, who fell down the grid from his starting spot after a poor start. We saw a fun pit stop exit from Max and Lando, both putting on the same lap, coming out side by side. Lando ending up in the grass, but staying behind Max. Sainz defending a low field position with his life against Hadjar and Behrman, but unfortunately didn't have a great day and finished lower. Max led the last 10 laps with the McLarens just behind him. Papaya rulesing each other, arguing who should be first to catch Max. Oscar saying that he had the pace. The engineers kind of talking it
Yikes.
through.
That was the first
either
time
the
this
message,
came up
the
was-
message either not getting to Lando or falling on deaf ears, but
He ignored
they
it.
ended up not swapping the papayas. Max stayed in first. I think even if they did swap them, it was unlikely Oscar was going to catch him. He was kind of gone. Final was Verstappen, Norris, Piastri, Leclerc, Russell, Antonelli, Hamilton, Hadjar, Albon, and Behrman.
That's my boy.
Japan's a good track. I like. Do you guys?
How
know
does
Japan?
Behrman do in the
Right.
wet? I feel like
Yeah,
He
he's not-
finishes.
I feel like he's not.
I feel like
horrible.
archetypically he finishes. He finished in that really. Yeah, I feel like he's finished in all of his wet races he's done so far. Maybe not done incredibly, but I think he's
enough.
okay.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, if he was still on the grid, Grosjean would be my 3, but
Okay.
you wanna, are you pulling up our?
Yeah.
How did last week go?
Last week was pretty much a wash. All of us got 4 points, so standings are the same. Nothing matters.
Boring.
I'm still in last. It's awesome. At least I'm on the board. That's all I can say.
What
right?
is the standings right now? Then
Standings?
Mike's up by 1.
No, you are
are.
up by 1. Then it's
Oh.
Mike. So it's 6. Mike with 5, and I am.
I do not
in
wanna be
last
leading.
once again.
No,
by 4.
you're in a good spot. I don't want to be leading. I led a long time last year, and I didn't win.
There's always this year.
Right. So you need to take the lead on this one. So I'm gonna pick a ridiculous. it's all part of the plan.
Got it.
He's gonna be like Hadjar, Behrman, Gasly, and then he's gonna see that happens. Like no.
That'd be crazy.
I'm gonna see Gasly in the top 3, and I'm gonna be like, Smelty.
I'd be losing.
Start crashing out. Yeah.
I'd be losing my mind. I'd probably turn off my phone. I wouldn't want to hear from anybody.
So good. All right. Well, I mean, we should get into it. Smelty, you are first because you are in the lead. I feel like as we.
I mean,
we're 2
our
races
podiums
in,
are all gonna be the same.
maybe pretty close.
Dude, is that a ladybug
There's a
right
bug,
now?
there's a bug in the
ladybug.
stew.
Dude, it snowed a foot. Dude, there's another one.
What the heck?
Is somebody importing
Hello?
ladybugs in here? Are we about to die by ladybug?
Stop dodging it. What are you gonna do for your prediction?
Okay, first off, there
He
was
planted that
actually
ladybug.
ladybugs. He got distracted too.
No.
Oh, whoa. Was there one on my screen? Okay,
my
no.
gosh.
All right, we're good.
No, son, that's a
So
virus.
ladybug in first.
No. George Russell in first.
Yeah.
I really feel like I'm stupid to not put Kimmy in second, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just because of the car. I do like Kimmy. He's a skilled driver. I really wanted to go both Ferraris on the podium because I don't think you guys are going to do that. But I'm not doing that. So, yeah, Kimmy's second. That's fine. And then we're going to do Charles Leclerc for 3.
Leclerc.
God, that's so boring.
Yeah, it's pretty boring. That's okay though.
It'll tune up at some point this year.
Mike.
My mind
You gotta come up with the bonus
desire.
point thing. That's what it is. That
It's
will.
too
Oh,
late
we
for
were thinking
bonus
about
points.
doing-
Yeah,
Yeah,
for this
I
week.
was-
For
I
this
was-
week. For this week.
For this week?
It's too late for bonus point. Unless you're.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just saying,
We can do a wild one.
next time.
We were talking.
Who's
we
coming
had
in
like a whole
10th, Smelty?
conversation about
know,
like having
about
a ton of bonus points,
Yeah,
and then we just did none
done
of
it.
them.
I know. But
We didn't even bring it up.
That would make boring podiums more interesting.
It would.
Who's gonna finish P9?
Who's in
I
P10
don't
for you,
know.
Smelty?
For
Tell me.
just one extra point.
Who is in P10?
Who's in P10?
For this one?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, here it is.
There's
P10.
no points, just for fun.
No.
Yeah, I say we put a point on it.
Play for money.
You want to put a point on it?
This is a democracy. I'm voting that we put a point on it.
Do we bring half points into the game?
Oh goodness, that
no.
Wait,
jeez.
I
my,
hate
my
math.
Excel doc. My Excel doc is so. I'm like just sweating. I'm like, guys, maybe.
Are you? Should we wait? Should we wait?
No, we
for
can
the
do
next
one. I can.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
who's in
P10.
10?
That's what it is.
Who's in 10?
Okay, P10.
This sucks.
I love it.
This is awesome. And for a whole point, this is great. This is good.
This is so much fun.
You know what? I am going. God, I can't believe I'm going to bank on this dude right now. I'm going Liam Lawson.
Don't. I knew you were gonna say it. Oh, I'm disgusted.
God. Liam, I need you to give me a point, dog. You get a point, I get a point.
Take a
That's how that
shower.
works. I do got.
Okay.
I am going to have to shower now after that one.
Okay, I think
Okay.
we're okay.
I've tapped into my mind's eye.
You messed it up.
No, I think we're okay.
I've tapped into my mind's eye. It's
Here it
gonna be
is.
raining in Japan. Kimmy's gonna spin out.
Hey, it could happen.
So George Russell's gonna win
Okay.
Yeah.
because he's in the fastest car, and George is typically good in the wet. Then in second place is gonna be Lewis Hamilton,
Okay.
and then in third place is gonna be Charles Leclerc.
Okay.
And then for my number 10 driving, scoring 1 point this weekend.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Hulkenberg.
No.
Gabby.
Gavi.
Okay. Yeah, Gabby's
It's
doing.
an Audi.
Gabby's doing pretty good.
Gavi's
so
doing
far.
pretty good, and I think he is
When he starts,
okay
yeah.
in the wet. I think he's okay in the wet. I think he's had some mistakes.
I'm just flashbacking to
But that's-
Brazil.
Yeah,
That's all I'm doing right
that's
now.
what that
one
one
of the
point
worst
does.
crashes of last year. He's
The-
okay in the wind. Yeah, it's horrible. Horrible crash.
See, look how much more fun this made our boring podiums now.
I'm in
Although
shambles.
yours
'cause
is
I like-
interesting because Kimmy absolutely could spin out. Like, I don't hate the thought of that.
My
I mean, I
mind's
do.
eye.
I do hate the thought of it because I'm a.
but then we'll get to the
mild
race and there'll be
Mercedes
no
fan.
rain whatsoever.
And then Kimmy will be on the podium, and
And then you'll win.
there goes all my points.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Wait, you said you wanted me to be winning.
I want to
do. This is true.
I want to gamble so bad. I
Do
want
it.
to do something
Do
so
it.
crazy.
Do
I
it.
want to do something so
You're
crazy.
not. You
Winning
won't.
is for
You
losers.
I want to do something so crazy.
You won't. You got your bonus point to back you
I
up.
won't.
Put Lando on that podium.
See, here's the problem: is I want to put a McLaren on the podium, but he has to get through 4 cars.
No, he only has
He
to
has
get
to get
through
through
one.
You're right. He has to
That's
get through
even
one
better.
car. And if Antonelli's spinning out,
See?
Lando
We're cooking.
Norris. Or is
Okay.
it Oscar?
okay, yeah, okay.
You won't.
Oh,
How
I
many
have to
points
do,
are you
okay,
down?
I'm gonna do Russell to be safe. Russell to be first.
Okay. All three of us wrestling first.
How many points are you behind Mike?
Leclerc in second, 1 point. And
Oh, yeah,
putting,
take a risk,
And I'm
dude.
putting
It's round
Piastri in third.
Yes.
Who'd you put in second?
Leclerc.
Leclerc.
Yeah. I think it was either between Hamilton and Leclerc. I mean, Antonelli absolutely could be, and if he is, well, then I guess I'm losing again.
God, you
Who's
really
your-
think
who's your number
Oscar's
10?
going to split the Ferraris, huh?
Don't do that. I've already said it, man. You know what's crazy?
It's already
no.
locked.
You know what's crazy? No, I don't. I put it
I
in.
hope so.
All right.
P10.
That was the most genuine. Don't say that.
Don't say that. You know what?
Franco Colapinto.
Gasly.
Honestly, not unbelievable.
He probably
As long as all
he
of the-
probably, if the McLarens are in, there's a good
If the
chance
top if the top 8 cars all stay in the top 8, then I think that's a safe bet.
Do
I
we think both Red Bulls are in the top 8 though, or who's the other?
Yeah.
If the Red Bulls
I
do
don't
not
know.
have a horrible qualifying and are not braking, then yes, they should. Be
I
in
mean,
the
just
top
look
10.
at Hajar's performances.
Hadji's actually
Hajar's
had a
been
good
doing
start to
pretty
the
darn good.
season. Yeah, it's
they
not
have a
bad.
week.
It's not bad.
They have a week to figure out what's going on. I think that should hopefully be enough time to at least get them on track, right?
And
Like,
maybe they'll figure it all out. Their
Maybe.
weight will get
Max
down. Their engine
Verstappen
will be
wins.
better.
Hadjar's second, just ruins our podiums completely.
Jeez. Oh my God. If Max Verstappen, I'm gonna lose it. If Max Verstappen is on the podium now, after I put him on twice already, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna absolutely lose it.
Joe's
I'm
not
gonna
here
go for
this
like
week.
rooting for Verstappen, out of character for me, to not rooting for Verstappen. It's gonna throw me out. All right. we have our predictions in. My Excel file looks like a mess, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. I just added another column. It's really not that bad. Or another row. It's really not that bad. I have to figure out how to do the point thing, but we'll figure it out.
Got 2 weeks.
True, you got a couple weeks.
Smelty, it's been fun.
That's it.
Holy cow.
I mean,
what
it
an
has
episode.
been fun.
It's
Where are we
been-
at, Kev?
It's been an hour. Wow.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's been an hour.
Heck yeah.
Good
dude.
thing you cut us off at 30 minutes at the recap. We spent
I
30
didn't.
minutes.
I didn't. Well, we did. I did.
35-ish,
I
you
cut
know?
us off at 30 minutes on the recap, and then we blurbed for like literally 10 minutes about what the F ever. It was all F1 related, but
Yeah.
there was like a 10-minute period in there when you listen back, and you're like,
And hey,
we didn't move on from anything. We just kind of
Yeah.
just.
and hey, look at us now, still yapping.
Yeah. Now I'm explaining the blurb with another blurb.
This is getting too meta.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh
We
my
might
god.
be getting a little too behind the scenes.
So you guys here for another hour? Clocking
Yeah, okay.
in?
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah, okay. Dive
Talk
in.
about F2.
No.
Oh,
Mike,
we could talk about F2. We got what's his name?
No, we're not.
American
No,
driver in
stop.
F2.
Nope. No.
Really?
Herta?
Herta, yeah.
Oh,
Colin
Herta is.
Yeah.
He is
Colin
in-
Herta.
yeah.
I haven't checked F2.
Nobody from America
I
listens
will
to our show.
review F2 and what's been going on and have that prepared
Actually, they're
for
probably
next
the only
time,
ones that listen to our show.
so that we can keep up with our American driver.
Check in next week. Mike will be doing a solo show just talking about F2.
I'm sweating.
oh wait, Kev is seeing if I'm lying.
Kev's-
I said nobody in America listens to, or nobody over the seas listens to our F1.
Hey,
show.
we got 2.
Australia and UK.
Yeah, Brisbane, Australia, Manchester, UK, Springfield, US, somewhere, and then Sussex, Australia.
Right on.
Heck
Amazing.
yeah.
Hey, appreciate you.
So good. Sorry if it was
We
quiet
love
for a second
our-
there. I don't know if you had your mic on or not, Kev. He was just laying out where we're being viewed.
have
We should
our,
wrap this up, guys.
We have our foreign
we gotta
fans,
go.
and we love you guys.
Mike, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Barely made it, but you made it.
Hey, we made it.
We made it.
You made it. That's
Made
all
it.
that matters.
Joe. Kev.
Let's go.
I'm Smelty, of course. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe wherever you listen to the Banter or Fast Laps. Ho ho. Whether that's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. And we will not see you next week, but we will see you after the Japan GP to recap that with you, of course. I'm stalling this. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry.
Now that's an outro.
Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Tune in next time for more Banter with the boys.